Buckle up. This finna be a wild one, y'all. I made this food at 2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. You hear me? And don't ask me what I was doing. I was up. I was hungry. My back needed a snack. Surely did. And as I was cleaning and cutting this chicken, it got me to thinking. Like, really, really thinking. Like, healing is not about becoming the best version of yourself. And I know you're confused, so let me explain. Because you do need to become the best version of yourself in order to heal, but that's not what healing is. Because, see, healing is allowing the worst version of yourself to be loved. And not just loved by anybody, to be loved by you. It has to be you. Because see, the worst version of yourself is not created by you. It's created by the things that are done to you. So you have to be able to love the worst version of yourself so you can give yourself grace and forgiveness. So that the things that people say and do don't destroy you. And it don't bring out the worst in you. Because the truth is, long as we living, we're going to receive more scars and more healing got to be done. Because see, healing is a forever thing. Because we're going to always experience new people, places, and things. And baby, that come with scars. Because see, a lot of people going to mishandle you because a lot of them haven't learned how to love the worst version of themselves. So stop acting so hard when you're really soft and love the worst version of you. So that you can avoid the worst version of somebody else. You get what I'm saying, bookity boop boo? Y'all, let's make these cheddar sour cream chips without the chips. And they taste just like the chips. Now make sure y'all slice y'all onions real thin because the cheese and the onions need to be done at the same time. Spray that pan like you spraying your haters. Okay. Put that cheese at the bottom of the pan, y'all. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Don't do that, Bookie. Don't do that. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Your onions should be cut up better than this, but this is all I got, Bookie. This is all I got. Make sure you put your oven on 375. 375, y'all. That's it. That's all. Yeah. And put them things in there for like 15, 20 minutes. It ain't gonna take long. Once you see the edges crisping up, and now we finna make the sour cream. Now, I'm using Greek yogurt, but you can use sour cream if you like. Now, once them things come out, sit them on some napkins because you're gonna need it. Yeah. You really are. And dip it in that sour cream. It tastes just like the chips. Nah, it tastes better than the chips. No cap. Oof, oof, oof. Y'all, I'm really getting used to that healthy stuff. It's really not that bad. For real. I'm sorry, y'all. It was so good. I forgot to wipe this out of my mouth. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. Big back, slim waist, foodie taste. Big back, slim waist, foodie taste. Say what? I almost messed around and ate all of these. Like, I couldn't put them down. It just kept calling my name. It just kept calling me. Nah, for the record, food really do give you energy because when I eat, I don't be tired no more. Surely don't. Sandra was so mad at her boyfriend. Well, he her ex-boyfriend now after everything that happened. See, he had ended up getting in a wreck with her car. Not only did he wreck it, it was totaled. And to make matters worse, oh yeah, because it gets deeper. When she filed a claim with the insurance company, they refused to pay because he wasn't even the person that was driving her car. Right. She ended up breaking up with him, but she still had to figure out how she was going to get a new car. Every single day, she woke up and walked to the bus stop so she can ride the bus to work. That's the only thing she could do. And every single morning, she would walk to the bus stop in tears because it reminded her of what happened. She had lost the love of her life. Not to mention, she felt like she never really did know him because she still owed money on the car. So when she asked him to help her pay off the car that he wrecked, he said, nah, that's a job for your boyfriend to do. Remember, you broke up with me. I'm not your man. The next day, she asked her boss for a raise. And not only do he give her a raise, he give her a promotion. He said, yeah, you're a great worker. And we just had a position that opened up that's going to double your salary. She couldn't believe it. Within 2 months, she was able to pay off that car that was wrecked and buy a new car. Moral of the story, you never know the true value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Our disappointments and setbacks are not meant to hurt us. They're meant to redirect us. Because if her ex-boyfriend would have never wrecked her car, she would have never asked for that raise and she would have never got that promotion. I was at the park the other day and I saw this lady crying. I'm talking about snotty nose crying. And although I wanted to ask her was she okay or what's going on, I didn't ask her nothing because I know that crying is your eyes speaking when your mouth can't explain how heartbroken you is. But she kept looking at me and finally she said, sorry, I'm not trying to disturb you. I'm sorry. I said, nah, I get it. Sometimes we just gotta cry. Let it all out. You ain't bothering me. She said, I'm in a dark place right now. I feel like I'm buried alive. I don't know what to do. I told her sometimes when it feels like you buried alive, you really just been planted so that you can grow. She said, I gave my husband 20 of my best years, and he gave me 20 of his worst. He's a serial cheater. He cheated on me with the neighbor and begged for forgiveness, and I took him back. Then he cheated on me with a coworker, begged for my forgiveness, and I forgave him for that. And now I just found out he cheated on me with my sister. I can't forgive him for that. I said, I'm just curious to know, what made you stay throughout all the cheating and the lies? She said, because I love him, I trusted him, and every time he apologized, he seemed sincere. And that's what hurts me the most because I don't think I'll be able to trust someone enough to be able to love again. I said, if you can remember these 3 things, you will be able to love freely and avoid heartbreak. Love needs action, trust needs proof, and sorry needs change. Y'all see where we at with it? Now let's see what's on this menu because my stomach rumbling and tumbling, okay? We gonna start off with these money bag ragoons because where the money at? Nah, for real, where it's at? These are fried salmon skins. It's sort of like a bougie crackling. Yeah, that's it. Woo! They hit that spotty yaddy. Okay. Spotty yaddy. Let me see you dip, baby. Dip, come on now. Y'all, this right here is some kind of dumplings. Y'all know I had to get that steak salad for the 2025, baby. No cappy yappy yappy. It is refreshing. Like that cucumber just added that wet to it. Oh yes, this is definitely what I've been waiting for. Y'all see that? Wee. No, for real, that muscle like some little lips though. Okay. Oof, don't mind if I do. Y'all, food shouldn't make me this happy. I mean, is that weird? And you know it wouldn't be right if we was at the bottom of the ocean and did come out with a shrimp. Yeah. That rice look good, but my back does not need it. It does not need it. But now these noodles, baby. It's kind of like a sweet, spicy kind of majigga thing going. And yes, the shell is egg, y'all, and it's eatable. It's just a big skinny egg. And it tastes cool. That was good. Let me go load up my back with some more snacks. Healthy snacks, that is. Imagine you getting ready for a job interview, for a job that you always wanted to get. And as you getting dressed, your friend called you and asked you for a ride to her boyfriend's house. You tell her no because you on your way to this job interview, to this job that you always wanted. Because you'll be making some good money with some good benefits. And you really need that right now. She say, okay, well, can I just ride with you to your interview and then you could drop me off when you done? So you like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. Just be ready because I don't want to be late. So you rush out the house, speeding to your best friend's house. But once you almost get to her house, you notice that you left your phone at home and you really need that phone to get directions to the interview. It's too late to turn around, so you just go pick her up and ask her to put the directions on her phone. She say, okay, but I'm on the phone with my boyfriend, so I just give you the directions as they pop up. She's so busy on the phone with her boyfriend, she giving you directions late, and now you're going the wrong way. You end up showing up 30 minutes late for the interview, and of course you don't get the job. You come out the interview looking sad, and your best friend's still on the phone with her boyfriend like nothing happened. The moral of the story, see, sometimes you can be on the same journey, but at the same time, they don't care about where you're going or how you getting there. They just came along for the free ride. Let's make these tacos real quick, and that's right, the cheese is the taco shell. Now only leave these in there for 3 to 5 minutes, that's it. 3 to 5 minutes. Don't be hard-headed. And I know you thinking, how we gonna make a taco out of that? Trust the process, baby. And since we're talking about trust the process, let's really talk about it. Yeah. Cause see, I had to realize my current situation is not my final destination. Cause see, even though I'm taking small steps in my life, they the biggest steps I'll ever take in my life. And I was really at a bad spot, y'all. I mean, I thought the storm was never gonna end. But then I realized even the worst storms run out of rain and the sun eventually shines again. Yeah. And I really do believe that, y'all. But it was still so hard for me because I had made so many mistakes in my life. But really, my mistakes are here to guide me, not to define me. So I let my mistakes take me wherever I gotta go. So, baby, you best believe, I don't care how difficult this journey get. Baby, I ain't giving up or giving in. And baby, never forget, difficult roads leads to beautiful destinations, okay? Now let's get into these cheese tortilla tacos, baby, because what? Okay. These are the best taco I ever had. I don't think I can ever eat them the regular way again. Ooh, let me get another bite. One more bite. Baby, that thing's so good. Chicken crust pizza. Yeah, the crust is chicken. Let me show y'all how to do it. Don't be scared. Every single day this lady went to work. She was trying to get her boss fired. Yeah, fired. You heard me correctly. Because she was mad and she was angry. I'm talking about angry to the maximum. She was mad because she felt like her boss stole her position. And really, he kind of did. Because before he got promoted to that position, they worked on the project together. And he took all the credit. Yeah, because when he presented the project, she was out sick. And he pretty much said he did all the work. So she was angry. But what she didn't know is, when they had promoted him to project manager, they had already decided to promote her to project director, which means she would be his boss. But because she didn't know, she purposely started doing her job wrong, or she just didn't do it at all. And that went on for like 6 months until they finally called her in the office and said, "You're fired." And that's when she snapped. How y'all gonna fire me after everything I done for this company? And he took all the credit for my work and y'all did nothing about it. And then that's when they told her, we were going to promote you to project director, but then your work changed. You're no longer qualified. The moral of the story, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die. Yeah. For chicken crust, 20 ounces of chicken, half a cup of Parmesan, 1 egg, 375, 45 minutes. Let me show y'all how I made these shrimps. Why? Because you deserve it. And it's nice, quick, easy, and fast. Oh, and before I forget, you ain't overwhelmed. You just overcommitted to things that doesn't matter. Yeah. And your fear of rejection, oh baby, that's holding you back. So let it go and get to where you need to be. Yeah. And it's 2025. So if you don't learn how to manage your money, it's definitely gonna manage you. And baby, you definitely not behind in life. You just ain't willing to sacrifice your comfort for progression. Invest in yourself, or you're gonna be investing in somebody that's investing in their self, which means you lose every single time. You're gonna get the short end of the stick, bookity boop boo. Oh, and I know I'm finna ruffle some feathers, but let's go. Your friends are a reflection of your standards. Yeah. Oh, and baby, you ain't confused. You just scared to make a decision. Go ahead and be an adult about it and choose. And baby, it's your spending habits. Ain't nobody steal nothing from you. Surely didn't. Surely didn't. And your excuses are real, but they still holding you back, bookity boop boo. Yeah. Oh, and your emergency funds are for emergencies. A carver bowl is not an emergency. Oh, and being in a committed, faithful relationship ain't boring. That's called grown-up activities. Oh, y'all, hold on. I know I'm so wrong for eating this bread, but I gotta sop this juice up with something. Oh, it's so good, y'all. I'm talking about past delicious. What? Yes. Oh, it's so good, y'all. I'm talking about past delicious. What? Yes. A person can have a whole loaf of bread and still be jealous of your one slice. A person can have a whole garden and still be jealous of your one rose. And a person can own a whole library and still be jealous of your one book. And they're not jealous of what you have. They mad that you got it. And that's because jealousy is personal. Yeah, just think about it. Because see, people already made up in their mind what they think you deserve. Yeah. And when you accomplish things that's not on their list of things that they think you deserve, oh, that's when it gets personal. That's when the jealous and the envy kicks in. So pay attention to who's clapping for your wins and who's celebrating your losses. Because sugar look like salt and salt look like sugar. Okay. So if ain't nobody told you this yet, baby, let me be the first one to tell you. You deserve the best of everything. Times 10. Surely do. Surely do. Now look at what we just made. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This food got me distracted, but I meant what I said. For real, for real. Oh, hold on for a second, y'all. Big back, slim waist, foodie taste. This lady had made millions of dollars, but for some reason she wasn't happy with her life. One day her friend called her and said, hey, I know this guy that I think you should meet. I'm going to give you his number. She said, nah, I'm not interested in dating. Her friend said it's not like that. Just call him. She called him and he said, hey, let's meet up on Saturday. He gave her the time and the location. Once she got there, she noticed it was a few millionaires waiting there to meet this one guy. He walked in the room and said, before we get started, I want y'all to write down a few things that you love. He looked at everybody list and said, spend 1 hour a day with yourself and come back next Saturday. When they met back up, he asked them, hey, how did y'all like it? What did y'all do with y'all hour? Everybody said the same thing. They didn't have time. He said, okay, I'll see y'all next Saturday. And after a couple months, they was finally able to answer what they enjoyed doing in that hour. He said, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Now I want y'all to write another list of things that you love. He looked at their list and said, congratulations, it was nice meeting y'all. They started screaming, we don't get it, we don't get it. He said no one wrote their name on the first list of things that they love. It's not that you hate yourself. You didn't know yourself because you wasn't spending time with yourself, and people hate the things that they don't understand. So spend time with yourself and show yourself the same grace and love that you give to others. She was speeding down the highway trying to get to work on time. I'm talking about race car driver. She ended up getting pulled over by the police, and he said, excuse me, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? She said, officer, if you don't remember why you pulled me over, I definitely ain't finna remind you. And you know he didn't like her response, so he wrote her a ticket. And by the time she got to work, she was late. Soon as she got to work, her boss said, you know you getting written up, and if you late again, you're fired. And then she got a text from her boyfriend. He pretty much broke up with her through text message. And if her day couldn't get any more worse, by the time she get off of work and get ready to go home, soon as she get in her car and crank it up, she noticed she got a flat tire. Yeah. And when the AAA guy get there to change her tire, she tell him all about the bad day she had. That's when he asked her, how were you so happy, laughing and joking with me if you had such a bad day? She said, because it's a bad day. Just because I have a bad day don't mean I have a bad life. So if you had a bad day today, let me be the first to tell you, it's just a bad day. Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers, y'all. My back ain't gonna be big, but it's gonna be satisfied. Make sure you chop up your mushrooms and your onions, because you can't have a Philly cheesesteak without it. But then again, you surely can, because don't ever feel like you gotta do what everybody else doing. Do what you like. Yes, I added about a half a cup of beef broth because we need it to be juicy. We don't want no dry steak. And a lot of y'all keep asking me, am I doing keto, baby? I'm doing big back no. I don't know what keto is. Stuff them peppers and make sure you put the extra juice in there because it needs to be juicy. Look at you, speechless. Because I know a lot of y'all was coming at me about that yellow cheese. Yeah, $3.50 for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just keep checking it, y'all. Just keep checking it. And don't forget to cover it with aluminum foil, bookity boop boo. If you don't cover it, strange things gonna happen. And I do mean strange, because that meat gonna be so dry, like the desert. Ooh, my big bag just went to twerking, y'all. It smells good. I can't wait to eat this. Game changer, sriracha mayo. When I tell y'all my big back ain't been the same, baby. Ooh. Now y'all could add cream cheese to this, but I'm trying to unbig my back, so I didn't. Gots to be more careful. Yes, sir. Hit that spotty yaddy yaddy. Ooh, let me get another bite. Another bite. What you say? Baby, what you say? Let's make these stuffed crab mushrooms real quick. These things were so good, baby. Now right here, I'm just cutting up some green onions and some parsley because it tastes good with it. And you know you got to watch them mushrooms because they come straight out the dirt. Yeah, they come straight out the mud, baby. Now right here, I'm just taking out them stems, y'all, because we got to put some crab meat in there. We ain't finna eat no stems. This crab meat with 2 cups of panko, a cup of Parmesan cheese, and a half a cup of almond milk. Now make sure you season to your liking, but these are seasonings that I use, y'all. It was good. And then stuffed on mushrooms. Y'all know I had to go get a big bag mushroom. I can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry. Now, you going to bake this at $3.75 for 15 minutes, y'all. That's it. That's all it takes. And I know once I say this finna ruffle a whole lot of feathers, but baby, I'm finna say it. Baby, you can't break generational curses if you still seeking approval from the generation that's cursed. Just like you can't solve your problems with the same mindset you created your problems with. Yeah. And baby, let me tell you this. Excuses make today easy, but it makes tomorrow harder. So baby, do what you got to do today, so tomorrow you can enjoy what you did today. I know I got off track, y'all, but these crab stuffed mushrooms out of sight, baby. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoy this recipe. What? Baby. And just so you know, mistakes are proof that you're trying. So stop being so hard on yourself. And I'm going to tell you this because I know you forgot. Mistakes are proof that you're learning. Yeah. Yeah. Think about it like this. A glow stick got to break before it can glow. So that means you always got to put yourself in an environment that waters you and not run you dry. So if you really think about it, that means you got to do something you never did to get something you never had. And always remember, a lot of people will look at you, but only a few people will see you. So never eat with people that you wouldn't starve with, because when they get hungry, they might eat your plate too. And never break bread with someone you wouldn't share crumbs with, because they might just steal your loaf of bread. And always remember, your life is a reflection of all the choices that you have made. So if you want a better life because you know you deserve a better life, just make better decisions. This man got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? And she said, no, I can't do that. He was so embarrassed. He hadn't invited all their friends and family just for her to say no. Now, what he didn't know is her friends were straight up telling her, don't marry him because you can get somebody better. And when they say better, they really mean richer. They was telling her, you're beautiful. You deserve better. So she moved on to somebody better, aka more richer. But see, she quickly realized richer doesn't always mean better, because see, that new man that she was with, oh, he was treating her like trash. He cheated on her multiple times. I'm talking about serial cheater. But she still forgave him. And he used to disrespect her in front of her friends. But guess what? She still stayed with him. It got to the point to where she was calling her friends every other day, crying and complaining about something he did. Her friends finally told her, girl, when we told you to get somebody better, this is not what we meant, okay? And they was like, this is not the person that we know you to be. You would have never accepted any of this from your ex. She said, honestly, it is what it is. I just should have married my ex. I made a huge mistake. And she stayed with that rich man till he eventually left her homeless with nothing for a whole nother woman. Moral of the story, we accept the love that we think we deserve. Forgive yourself. And show yourself grace so that you can accept the love that you truly deserve, regardless of your mistakes. This lady walked inside a bank today and she asked them could she see all of her past transactions. As the bank teller was pulling up all her transactions, she started explaining that she having some money problems. Now, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop on their conversation, but my ears was open and I didn't close them. When I heard all her transactions, I couldn't believe it. She had millions of dollars going through that account. Well, at least she used to, because for the past 2 months, she haven't had no money in that account. And she took out $1 million worth of loans that she never paid back. I was like, what? So she asked, could she take out another loan because she having money problems and she really need the money? He said, absolutely not, because you have loans that you never repaid. She said, I done had millions of dollars in this bank and you telling me I can't borrow $100K? He said that was then and this is now. And right now, your credit ain't worth the $100K. And that got me to thinking. See, some of us got people in our life right now who ain't the person they used to be. They used to be somebody that you can depend on. But now, do they bring value to your life like they used to? You got to be careful, y'all. Because, see, some people will invest in you just to increase their own value. So ask yourself, is their credit the same as it used to be? Or are they just in debt?